Are we live?
Yeah, well, not live, but we are recording.
Are we live?
Well, no, we're not live, but we are recording.
Are we live?
No, we're not live, but we are recording.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Over a Cup of Coffee, where on this channel we talk about anything and everything over a cup of coffee. And my co-host over here is...
I am Stone.
And I am Rask. And today, our coffee of choice was actually recommended. I'll let Stone take over from here.
In the past several months, we actually switched jobs. But before doing so, one of my old coworkers actually donated us some Metcalfe Classic French Toast. And that is what we're going to be drinking on this episode.
I will go ahead already out here and say this. It smells fucking great.
I can't wait to give it the sniff test.
Oh, you can't smell it in the air right now?
So now we both got our cup of coffee. Why don't we give this a good old taste test?
Cup of Joe. Here we go.
Down the hatch. Ooh. Dang. Chelsea, you were right. That is some pretty damn good coffee. What's your thoughts, Rask?
I don't know. I can't really taste it. It's not really. It don't really have a flavor to me.
Strange.
It's not bad. I'm not saying it's terrible, but like for some reason I just can't taste the flavor. I don't know. Maybe I gotta put water in it like you did.
Well, I mean, coffee is basically just, beans and water.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna complain about it. It's really good. Thanks for recommending that one, Chelsea.
We appreciate your donation to the cause.
And I think I can speak for both of us. We miss you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hopefully we get to meet soon. Yeah, like what he was about to say. Hopefully we can hang out soon. Something. I don't know.
I promise I'm going to text you back. She texted me. I haven't responded yet.
Wow, what a dick. I will be for
man, it's been wild getting the... Oh, man. Whew, okay. It's been a while since you guys last heard from us. We actually have two pussies that control the house now. And I do mean pussies by the literal term. Two very young kittens. Beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
Can
we say their names?
Yeah, why not?
Lilith and Athena.
Love them.
I feel bad because A comes before L, but I always say Lilith and then Athena.
Well, it's all about how it flows, because look at Stone and Rask. Rask and Stone would sound weird.
That just sounds fucking weird. And we came up with did we even get to our origin name? Like why we came up with it and stuff?
I don't think we ever have. Go ahead. Kickstart this story.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't even on my plans.
No, but I think it's a great topic to discuss.
Okay, so I'm sure everybody out there is wondering why it's Stone and Rask, not Rask and Stone, since how I'm the funnier guy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's what they were thinking.
I'm just playing. But that's just what I'm told anyway, that I'm funnier. I don't know. I just do what I do, Anyway.
I'm just here to look pretty.
No, I'm just playing.
I wasn't joking. No, I'm playing.
Then what am I ugly?
No, every friend group has to have the ugly one, and it sure as hell ain't gonna be me. I was the ugly one last time.
That's why I get no bitches.
No, honestly, I think it's just because you don't have a Viking beard anymore.
Is it?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, you really think so?
No.
Because I won't grow it back out. Okay, anyway, so getting into the meat and potatoes, our origin story. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I'm pretty sure we told a few handful of people. I really don't remember who we told, who all we told, and all that other crazy stuff. But
Are you gonna tell the story?
I'm actually not really 100% sure on it. So I'm gonna say some shit, and then if you cut me off if I'm wrong. So I was in Tennessee. He's obviously been in New York his whole life. This was way before I even moved up here. It was like April, March of last year, 24, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So we were talking about like YouTube names, and that's actually whenever we came up with Over a Cup of Coffee. But that's a whole different story. The same night we actually came up with both of our channel names. But we're talking about the Stone and Rask right now. So basically we were on one of our many 19-hour phone calls. That's not even a joke. It's literally not a joke.
No, I know. they might think it's exaggerating, but it's not.
It's really not.
And no, we weren't sleeping on the phone. That we just would have long calls.
Dating back to when we were 14 years old?
Yeah, no, a long time ago. But
Yeah.
So a little bit of backstory from my end. Stone is my band name. You know, that's what I am. I'm B Stone. But Rask, on the other hand, you know.
Rask is a little less creative because my band name is Rask also, but it's a little bit less creative because it's just my last name with the T cut off, right? This is where I got the nickname from. One of my teachers, I don't know if I told you this story or not ever, but one of my teachers in school, like high school, when I was like, I don't know, I think junior, sophomore year, I don't know, but he would always be on the other end of the hall and he would say, T-Rask! And I just loved it. I loved it. I don't know why. It made me feel cool because I'm the only one that he's pointing out of hundreds of students, and I liked the nickname, but I never used it, and I wanted to always use that nickname. But I couldn't figure out how or where to use it, right?
So what it was is here I was, B Stone, and, naturally T Rask, which I also thought was pretty cool. It was like, what if we drop the first letter, right? What if we get rid of B, and what if we get rid of T, and it's just Stone and Rask?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we had it where it was just Stone and Rask or Rask and Stone. We didn't know which one we were coming up with. Then we started saying it. I don't know how many fucking times we said it both ways. And I was like, I said Stone and Rask sounded better.
It definitely, for some reason, flows better. And it's weird how that works. Even with the kitties, Athena and Lilith is doesn't flow as good as Lilith and Athena.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's just all about what's an easier way to say it, and ultimately Stone and Rask was the easier way. And it's funny because Stone's not even in my name. There's no S in my name.
Mine is mine.
Or a T.
Yeah.
Or an O.
There's no. Oh, there isn't.
There's no N.
I mean your middle name.
There's no E. There's no Stone in my name.
No, not at all.
But B Stone was a nickname given to me also when I was in high school. Not in high school, but outside of high school. My dad came up with it. My dad and my cousin just kept calling me B Stone, and just kind of stuck.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, I don't know what it was, but it was like a light bulb hit, and I was like, get this, right? So when our viewers are watching us, it's an experience, right? The Stone and Rask experience.
Beautiful, right, guys? Come on.
I mean, that was beautiful, right? So right now we are. Can I tell? We're kind of in this dilemma. I'm gonna say it, and then if you don't want me to say it,
no. Bring it up, man.
Right.
Let them hear what's on our mind.
Okay, so right now we're kind of in this dilemma, right? we're debating if we should keep it the Stone and Rask experience long, right? Or just make it Stone and Rask on all platforms and drop the and experience. That's I mean, because I don't know, I've just been thinking like Stone and Rask would be a lot more simple to say than, hey, check out my channel, the Stone and Rask experience. Or, hey, check out my channel, it's Stone and Rask.
You know,
I don't know.
I almost feel like if you search up Stone and Rask, you'll get us.
Oh, no, you will 100%. I've already done it.
And that's why I feel like leaving it the way it is fine. But at the same point in time, you're right. It's a lot easier to say. And if you guys have a preference, you know, every vote counts. Leave a comment.
Absolutely. Leave a comment down below. Let us know. All right, key point 1, right? So,
keep going. I'm going to grab the...
All right. So, there for a while, this is going to get depressing, then it's going to get really good, right? So, naturally, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But in case you haven't noticed, we actually stopped posting on our main channel and this channel for a long time. From like February, I want to say, on our main channel. From February to what was it, like April? No, it was May.
Yeah.
From April to February to May, we stopped posting on our channel. Pretty much 3 months. It was basically 3 months. Might as well say it because it was only a couple days off. And the main reason is, it was a weird beginning to the year. We were more motivated than ever coming out of December. We had our strongest month ever on YouTube. We were gaining followers fast. Well, maybe not too fast, but we were gaining followers, right? And then we got in our real lives, we got like in this like rut, right? So I started battling shit in my head. I started like getting in my head and started, you know, really dragging myself down and beating the shit out of myself, for lack of better terms. And then we like, cause like my job was shitty. I hated my job. I hated my life. I hated it. I hated everything. Even living, dare I say that because of Stone right there next to me. I did not want to actually, I'm not trying to be like getting a pity party down in the
I'm
comment
pretty sure
sections or
you
nothing,
you
but
understand what he's getting at there. It was a very dark period for both of us. A lot of depression and frustration between work and, you know, a lot of you know, different things happening in our personal lives that really weighed heavy. And so, you know, naturally, it only made sense that we didn't film because we didn't want to take that kind of energy into our channel. And so we took some time off to bring our own minds back together. And naturally, by the end of February, we left our job and got a new job, started our new job. And that alone was a transition, you know, because we went from working second shift to working overnights, but we also had first shift training, so it was back and forth between stay up all night, wake up early in the morning, stay up all night, wake up early. And so March was also difficult, and we didn't really do much filming, but we did start doing something that we're very proud to share.
That's when we started really like getting back to our fundamentals.
It made sense to stay organized, so
not in March we didn't.
No, but we started becoming more organized, coming up with ideas.
Yep, absolutely.
That's actually when we decided that we're gonna do it, you know, season by season, because we really wanted a fresh start. So to close off that chapter and open up a new chapter, the new, you know, Stone and Rask experience. This time, more organized, more planned, and ideas.
We got a whole
written
binder
ideas.
of written ideas And I mean, it's a lot.
Now, I would love to open up this binder and share them with you, but that is classified information. Check out our channel to see our ideas.
Yeah, because most of those ideas that we have in there are going to be ideas anyways. And about that time, we started figuring out that we needed to be more organized and stuff. And stuff. We also did. Can we talk about personal power?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Okay. We did.
I mean, we got there, we got it over there.
Yeah. We also started doing this program, lovely, beautiful program by Tony Robbins. It's called The Personal Power, and that itself was life changing. We have been on fire ever since we took that program, course, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it. We've been on fire ever since, and it really helped open our eyes to bigger, better things. And it let us know that just because we were in the dark doesn't mean we can't fight back. Doesn't mean give up on our dreams. Doesn't mean just give up and live a normal, regular, degular life. And basically, we started planning out our videos and actually writing, like, not a script, don't get me wrong, but like how we wanted to take the video, and that made us be able to film better. We already knew where we were taking it. We knew how it started, ended, middle, all that. We already knew it, and I don't know if you can see it in the videos or not, but it just makes it so much easier to do and flow. Like, we know what we're doing. We're going in, we film, we're out, basically. That's basically how it is. And it's just this whole, like, thing, and it's like a foundation that we've built and we set. We are a lot of videos in advance. The videos we're filming now, you won't see for a minute. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that.
And that was something that we had talked about at the end of March, you know, before we really got back on, when we were still in the planning phase, because we were planning the rest of season 1. And then come April, we started filming the rest of season 1. And we made sure that we were a good ways ahead.
That's right.
Before we started uploading in May. So we took the month of April off so that we could build that collection. And we weren't in that same rut of, oh man, we got to come up with, you know, a video to film and post this week. You know, we wanted to make sure that we were ahead and always had at least 2 videos to share with you guys every week. And for the most part, it went great. The very end of it, you know, getting people to film with us was the only thing that had to happen last second due to unexpected complications.
Absolutely.
But where we're at now, we're so far ahead that it's easy for us to avoid that from happening again. And we pretty much already finished our season 2 outline. We know how the main story goes, and it's a lot of fun to be able to film what we're going to be posting, you know, 2 months from now already, and you know, creating, you know, little mini series in between to keep you guys going, shorts here and there. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's really paying off, and it feels good to be where we should have been, you know, almost a year ago.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't think I really have much more to add on that right now.
Not much more to. All right. So I guess we're gonna take it right on into talking point number 2.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm gonna take this moment to switch laundry loads.
All right.
So sorry I keep walking away, guys. It's been a busy day. I got to keep that energy going. We got more filming to do and more planning to do. Grind never stops, baby.
Absolutely not. All right, so the reason he walked away is because this one's all about me, and I'm still okay. So this is still a work in progress, but I'm actually making some good progress because I've been actually putting time and effort into it. I don't know if Stone knows that or not, but I've been putting work into it. I'm still working on my book. My book is not almost finished, but it's about halfway. I've been putting I've been typing it out at work, and all that. It's been going crazy. I'm just working on it and trying to come up with like the best like way to take it, because the book, I know I probably already explained this in one of the other videos, but it basically, it's like me in the future when I'm like 60, 70, I don't know, years old, maybe 50, looking back at my life and where I came, like, so basically it's like kind of like a butterfly effect kind of thing. Like if this didn't happen, like this traumatic thing or this great thing didn't happen, then I wouldn't have done this, that led to this, that led to this, that led to ultimately succeeding, and that's basically what this book is about. And it's just like a bunch of different like look backs on my future. It's like flashbacks, and like every time I'm like, oh, if this didn't work, this didn't happen, whatever. And it's gonna be an interesting book. I don't know if I ever said the title of the book. The name of the title of the book is called "It's a Beautiful Life." I'm not sure if I ever said that, but yeah, that's what it's called. The chapter 1, I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna let you guys know it's like the start of it all, obviously. And I also changed my name. It's actually my name that's gonna be in the book. At first, it was like some weird ass name that I just came up with, but now I wanted the viewer to know like it's me, that's like whoever reads it to know it's me that's writing this book, instead of somebody else. I'm like writing somebody else's story, but no, I'm writing my story. And I even changed like I haven't changed that yet, but I'm gonna change like the town and everything to where I grew up and all that. I'm changing everything to be authentic to me. Other than that, like everything else is gonna be the same. Yeah, I'm making good progress. I don't know how many chapters I'm gonna make it yet. I still got a little bit of planning to do, and stuff to figure that out. And I guess we'll figure that out eventually, Anyways, so it's gonna be a beautiful book. It's gonna be a hard written book that I wrote. It's gonna come straight from my heart, and it's basically like me manifesting what I plan my life to be, and how I'm gonna do it and how I did it, and like butterfly effect kind of thing, like I just said. Anyway, so that brings me to my next talking point, because I pretty much exhausted everything I could say.
But before you take it to your next point, I do have a question. Do you have a rough time frame on when you'll be able to finish that book?
No, I do not.
These poor guys are left in suspense. I mean, it sounds like an inspiring tale, and I think a lot of people feel inspired in just reading it. And with that phenomenal tease you just gave, I almost feel like, hey, maybe a year from now? Do you think you'll have it ready sooner?
I'm gonna say somewhere around November.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, because I've been watching like these things on YouTube, like you gotta like kind of push yourself.
And that's why you got to share it with them to hold yourself accountable.
Exactly. So by November, I should have this book done. Now it's like a hair on my chest to keep working on it. I'm only on chapter 2. I've been slacking off, for lack of better terms. What the fuck was that? I was about to say something else. I've been dicking the donkey or something. You know what I'm saying?
So I heard Dick and the dog, but I like that, Dick and the donkey.
Right? I honestly, that was just something that just popped in my head. But yeah, I have been writing it, but I haven't been putting my 100% all into it, because I'm like, well, if I get it done, I get it. No, now I have a set time, set date. Actually, you know what? We'll do one better. By Thanksgiving.
I was hoping you were going to say Thanksgiving.
Whenever,
easy to remember, man.
Whenever the fuck Thanksgiving is,
the
by
very
Thanksgiving,
last
I will
Thursday
have
in
it
November.
done. Yeah, I know. I just don't know the date of it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know that either.
By hold on here. November Thanksgiving. By November 27th, I will have it done, written, and then I would say, I don't know how long it takes to publish it. That's a whole different ball game. I've never published a book before, but by November the book will be finished, and I will have a title and everything ready for you guys. And whenever it is finally published, I will let you guys know that as well. So,
hey, we look forward to hearing it.
Who knows? It might even be finished before that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know how long I want the book to be. I've never written a book, so I don't know all that other stuff. You know? So, but I'm not making excuses. That's one motherfucking thing I'm not making, is excuses.
Glad to hear it, brother. Glad to hear it.
I'm glad you did that, because like that's what the people in the videos that I be watching, he's like, give yourself a deadline. Like, I have to have it done, and if I don't have it done by that time,
you're gonna go babyface?
I'm gonna go babyface. If I don't have it done by that time, I will shave my beard.
Get to fucking writing, dude, because I don't want to see that.
Do you think I want to see that? Dude, okay. Yeah, no. There was a story there. I've already done that before for a job, and I realized I did not like it, and I do not know. There's a reason I'm not working at that job no more. I only worked there for like 3 weeks. I did not like what I looked like. I did not like my face in the mirror. No. I at least want a little bit of a beard, you know? Like a stone cold beard like Stone over there, I don't really... he likes it. He loves it. Beautiful. Great. I don't. I want, like, you know, a small beard that I don't have to take care of. Like, he has to take care of his. Otherwise, it'll look freaking crazy. You just see him when he wakes up sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, like what he's doing right now. Sometimes it's all over the place. It's crazy. Anyway.
Oh, I even get the cool wave sometimes.
Oh, yeah. He gets the cool wave. You never know what you're going to get.
It's wild. It gets wild.
So can we take it into key talk number 3 now? Now that we got to set...
Keep it going. Keep going.
I've already done.
Right, yeah. Take it into the next topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and now that I am finished, I got a set date for my book. I got a set date for when it's going to be finished. I got a punishment if I don't finish it. And you guys better hold me accountable in the comments. I know Chelsea will. And anyway, so... And I'm a man of my word. I will do it. I will do it. But I'm not going to do it because I'm going to have that motherfucking book done by then. Probably sooner now. Anyway, so that takes me into the next topic, though. I'm not the only one that's doing cool things behind the scenes, okay? I'm not the only one that is putting in the work doing something else. I am not the only one that has something big that's been keeping it a secret from everybody. So tell them, Stone, what do you have going on that you're keeping us a secret from? that you're keeping a secret from us?
Well, I am low key
Low key. It's about to be high key now, brother.
a huge fan of Mario Kart, and I am really looking forward to that Switch too. Because
That is not.
I don't
it.
tell people I love Mario Kart. It's a secret.
No, everybody knows you love Mario Kart.
What?
You tell everybody.
It's a fun game,
Yes, it's a fun game. I love it too.
and I'm looking forward to playing Mario Kart World.
But that is not the secret you've been keeping from everybody.
I'm addicted to coffee.
This whole channel is a coffee. You have not been keeping that a secret.
All right.
The whole title of the video, the beginning of the thing is like, we are coffee enthused.
I have
If you don't wanna
plans on revamping my shoe collection. I secretly like to have shoes of all kinds of colors.
He is smoking some kind of crack or something because he is not a shoe enthused. No, I'm just playing. He actually is. He actually likes his shoes, but no. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
No, I'll get into it. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, you do like your shoes.
Are you talking or am I talking?
Are you talking or am I talking?
Right now you're talking, but now I'm talking. So who's talking here?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'll wait for you to talk, and then you finish. You start, and then you wait for me to talk, and then whenever I'm done, you start.
Is that
That's how it goes.
I just thought we talk over each other.
Oh yeah, we could do that too. Anyways,
So I just wanted to.
so back to the new.
This has been something. No, it's all about having fun. It's about having a good time, not killing your
Absolutely.
ears, but having a good time. So I mean, one of these little things I picked up about 3 years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago. The whole reason I bought this laptop in the first place is actually because I was getting into coding. Right, when I was in college, I learned all about how to code a website, design a website using HTML as the computer language. And it's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot more simple than most people would think. And as time went on, I was like, well, who doesn't have one of these? It sits in your pocket almost all day, every day. And a lot of times, like, what are you going to do when you're waiting and to see the dentist or the doctor, or your mom is still getting ready to go to the grocery store? What are you going to do? You're going to pull this bad boy out and you're going to play a game. So I was like, well, why don't I make games? And it started off as a slow process, excuse me. Learning how to code and develop mobile games was a lot different than a website. I use C# as my computer language now, and I build games through Unity, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm currently about halfway through my biggest project ever, which is a 3D maze game. And because who doesn't like solving mazes, right? It's confusing, and you got to think. It's like, wait, did I already go this way? Oh, nope. Is it? Did I see that dead end already? So it's a mix between, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but closed beta testing is in 2 weeks. I don't know when you guys will see this, but towards the end of June, closed betas are going live. And early to mid-September, open betas are going live. So, keep that in mind. As the months progress, I'll share the name. Right now, it's just Untitled Maze Game. But it's been a huge project. Me and my beautiful, most amazing, incredible girlfriend have been working on it together, and
my Lord.
it's been a lot of fun. And it's really cool. It's actually this maze game is what really got us talking. I hate to admit to this, but okay, so I had a crush on this girl, right? She's so beautiful, and we go. Me and my father and her family go bowling one day, and so we go bowling. It was her first time ever going bowling. And so I'm teaching her how to bowl. And I was so nervous. I'm like, yeah, you just got to bowl the ball straight. And, I'm trying to show her, but my hand's like shaking. And I'm like, yeah, keep it straight. I was a chicken shit. I really was. I was so nervous. And, so we get into the parking lot. The parents are talking, we're talking, and she asked me if I still wanted help on a different mobile game project I was working on, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, yeah, I'll take some help. And she was like, do you want my number? And naturally it's like,
Yeah, that's the natural reaction. Focus. Of course I want your number.
Yes, that might help.
My lady. There's one thing I did notice. I think it's cute that you have your pictures right there.
Yeah, I do. I do like to keep it there. Honestly, I glance over every now and again because she really does inspire me.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if you did that on purpose or if that was just because they were already there.
I have them there. I have them on the fridge. I do.
You have them everywhere.
Yeah, my wallpapers. It really. She's the love of my life.
It's beautiful.
It's crazy to think that it all started over this game because she was going to help me with a previous project, but I was so far into development, I was like, well, why don't we start a new project together? Do you like mazes? She was like, yeah. And I was like, what? And I named off like 3 different genres. I forgot what they were. Maybe comedy, horror, and thriller. I can't remember. Anyway, she liked the more, mysterious, psychological, like, what is going on? And so we developed the story, and we've...
Wow.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did she actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You two are a match made in freaking heaven. Let me tell you that, because you're this guy is a psychological movie watcher and everything. Something to get your mind thinking. Keep your mind thinking. I love it. Okay. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And so I came up with 5 little paragraphs on what the rough idea of the story could be, and I asked her which one she liked the most. And after that, we've just been working together, developing this game. And, we, for the better half of a year, we were talking and getting to know each other. And then finally, it became official. But it's crazy to think that this mobile game that's finally getting ready to be released is actually what really kickstarted my relationship now. And so it is actually a project that's very close to my heart. And I really look forward to sharing it with everybody.
That's amazing. I knew all that other stuff, but I honestly didn't think the mobile game was the reason you guys got done talking and stuff. I thought it was because you had liked her and she gave you her number. I didn't know it was because of the mobile game.
Yep. Yeah, I actually don't think I ever did share that story before.
No, I mean
the short version, yeah, but
I mean, we're guys. We're guys. We don't give a shit.
In most cases, I'm not going to go out and be like, yeah, it was too chicken shit to ask her for a number. She, kind of just asked me if I wanted her number, So,
yeah. Of course, whenever you go out with your guys, you're like, oh, yeah. I asked her for a number. I was
that was all me.
That was all me. I was like,
what's up, sugar tits? Can I get them digits?
Exactly. I was going to say something like, you know what? You know what's wrong with my phone? What? It would look better with your number in it.
Or my favorite, frantically check your pockets like, shit. What? I lost my number. Can I have yours?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I said mine all wrong. It's what would make my phone better? And then they're gonna say what? It don't have your number in it.
Yeah. But
I'm too pussy to say that shit. Imagine if I did,
So it's very beautiful. I don't really have much more to share on that topic as of right now, but I look forward to releasing more information to you guys.
I was gonna do the same shit you said. you made me do. You gotta give a timeline and all that, and then you said the beta, and then I'm gonna do it out in September. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing, but you already.
Yeah,
already beat me to
I've got it all planned out
it.
already.
Dang, I didn't know you were already like that far into
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's
I knew
it's
you were
really
I knew,
far along.
I knew you were working on like a couple stages, and then you must have been doing a lot of work.
It's
I haven't seen you doing it. That's why I'm asking.
Oh,
That's crazy.
I do most of it at work.
Naturally.
You know, we work overnights. You know, you spend a couple hours going through the normal routine, getting everything done, and then at the end of it, you got like 10-hour shifts. You know, we got like 5-6 hours to ourselves, and then the last few hours, do your thing, and then that's that. But
Yep.
it's honestly, it's a really really great gig. I'm very thankful for my job. And gives me time to work on projects like that, the mobile game, write music, whatever, but focus on more YouTube ideas, whatever, I need to do that night, I can do it.
And then that takes us to our next key point. In other news, we are now officially with our main channel on all platforms, TikTok, Facebook, which I don't know. That one's just whatever. But we're also on Instagram and we're doing YouTube Shorts now.
Oh, yep. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So we're on. Well, we've been on YouTube, but now we're doing YouTube Shorts. But we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm pretty sure they're all Stone and Rask. No. Instagram and TikTok are the Stone and Rask experience, and Facebook is just Stone and Rask for whatever reason. I thought I put it as Stone and Rask experience, but it's just Stone and Rask on Facebook. And we already got like 10 followers on there, so we're doing pretty good over there. Instagram, we got like 4. That one's a little harder to if you're not a girl shaking her ass with like half clothes on, it's a little harder to get followers on there. And on TikTok we got 6. All we have to do on that one is just keep being consistent. And the followers will come. It's kind of like apple seeds. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. Is we're spreading our seeds, baby.
Absolutely. That's our main channel. Not over the cup of coffee. I don't think we're gonna be on all platforms with this one.
Honestly, over a cup of coffee is either really just gonna be YouTube or Spotify, or YouTube and Spotify, which we're not on Spotify right now. We're just on YouTube. But,
Absolutely.
It would just be the 2 platforms or one of the 2, something like that.
Yep. All right. Anyway, that our next. Oh my goodness. Next point. Talking about stuff that we are grateful for.
Oh, absolutely, man. There's a list.
I already know like a bunch of yours. I don't know if you know mine or not, but I'll let you go first because I've been rambling on this whole video.
Well, I mean, I took up a couple minutes talking about, mobile game shit, but yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm not a morning person, and it's not even mornings, it's just getting up, right? I don't like getting up, but you see, that's the wrong phrasing. If you open your eyes, that's your first blessing already, because not everybody always opens their eyes in the morning. Like some people, unfortunately, don't make it to another day. And so that's your first blessing right there, is to open your eyes. You got to wake up and think, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's earlier than I wanted to get up, or, I'm going off 3 hours of sleep, or maybe you had a great night's sleep. But your first blessing every single day is the gift of another day. And
Absolutely.
to wake up and train your mind to be thankful for life is important. And then what do you do after you get up? You stand up. That's your second blessing. You can walk. Not everybody can walk. Yeah. You go to the bathroom. You use the bathroom. Some people have kidney stones. If you don't, that's a blessing. You know,
some people can't use the bathroom on their own.
Some people have diabetes. Some people have to take their insulin when they get up. You know, some people have to take their pills. And you know, there's so many things. And if you're a person who has to take your pills, at least you can see your pills. You know, there's always so many things to be grateful for. Like I have 2 hands. I have 2 arms. I got 2 legs. I got 2 eyes and ears.
And arms.
So,
and legs.
You know,
And feet.
that's a blessing. I'm not bald. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but I have a full head of hair.
Me too.
I'm thankful for that. You know, like every little thing is a blessing. And if you're bald is the new beautiful, baby. Keep rocking.
Keep rocking it out there, bald kings or queens. I mean,
yeah, no, it does go both ways in today's time.
Yeah.
There's that one thing that starts with an A that I don't remember the name to. But
and there's also one thing that says that starts with a B, but I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So, you know, there's so many blessings to take into account. And if you make it a habit to do it first thing in the morning, when you first open your eyes, or maybe your eyes are still closed, that's fine. Make it a habit to think about what's great in your life. You know, make it a habit to, and if you're like, nothing, there's going to be something. You know, first of all, you're alive. And if you're like, I don't want to be alive, then change your mindset, because the gift of life is the best gift anybody can have.
Exactly.
And to say I don't want to be alive is only going to cause you more suffering, because when you send that out to your body, first of all, you're starting your day grumpy. You're starting your day depressed. You're going to go through those same motions that just bring you in this downward slope. And you know what that does? When you tell your body, I don't want to be alive, it stops performing the way you do. Now you're stuck living with, unfortunately, things like cancer or heart disease or all of the negative things, because you're telling your body, hey, I don't need you to work. I don't even want to be here. Now you're here living in pain. So instead of thinking negative thoughts like that, wake up and think, life is beautiful. I can walk. I can talk. I can look at the sunrise. I can watch the sunset. I can stargaze. You know, I have an active cell phone. Anything. There's so many things to be grateful for.
A roof over your head, a car,
a meal to eat.
Being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want to do it. Like, we could drive to LA right now if we wanted to, but we don't, because that would be a long-ass drive.
That would be a long drive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could, but we're not going to.
So I think at this point you guys get the gist. But my challenge to you is every morning for the next 30 days, when you wake up, just try it for a week. 1 week, 7 days. My challenge to you is when you first wake up, think of 5 things you're grateful for. That's it. Just 5 things.
You know how easy it is to come up with 5 things you're grateful for? You don't even have to get out of bed.
And I know 7 days it's like, oh, this is terrible. You do it for the rest of your life, that would really suck. Waking up happy every morning? Ugh.
Having a great life? Oh my God, who would want that?
But in all seriousness, try it for the next 7 days and you'd be surprised. It's sending that message to your body that it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I might work today, but I'm alive today. And I work so that I have the money to buy the things I want to get, the things I want to have. And so, for me personally, Raska's right. There's a lot of things I'm grateful for, and it didn't happen overnight. Are you kidding? When I first tried to code a mobile game, it was a disaster. It was a dumpster fire. I failed 4 times before I got it right. Like, failed, deleted, started from scratch before I got it right. Because that's just how life works. You are not going to get it right your first try. And so a lot of, like, YouTube, for example, if you watch our very first video, it's almost a dumpster fire. There's some funny moments, but it's not a hit. Yeah, Even now we're still learning. Even now we're still progressing, because that's what it's about. It's about trial and error.
a few years ago, like, wait, hold on. A few years from now, we'll look back at our videos even now and be like, oh my God. But we progressed and we got better.
That's what it's about.
That's all you got to do. You just start. Whatever.
So, you know, like,
oh my God. I don't know if you've ever seen my very first ever YouTube video.
yeah, late night at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was.
I'm
That was a
almost
dumpster
done.
fire.
I'm gonna give the mic to you.
No, I was just saying.
I mean,
I was
you
just
have a
letting you
mic
know.
over there, but you know.
Yeah.
You get it. you get it.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead.
Dude, imagine if we had to pass a mic.
Oh my God, that would suck.
That's another thing I'm grateful for. We got two mics.
We got two mics. Two laptops.
Yeah. Nice laptops, too.
Oh, yeah.
But what you guys don't realize is we both had to pay payments on these laptops, you know,
Yep.
and they're paid off now, but like you got to start somewhere, you know. Sometimes you have to take payments on something. Sometimes you have to make those investments. But you don't just get what you want. You have to work for what you want, you know. It doesn't like playing guitar. When I first started playing guitar, I was horrible. I kept saying the same things everybody else says. This isn't for me. I can't learn this. My fingers are too fat, or they're too small, or I can't do this. I'm not built right. You know, I'm not built for guitar. Not anymore. I kept at it. I kept doing it. Same with mobile games. Same with YouTube. Same with everything we do in our lives. It's something we work towards. I never thought I'd get the girl of my dreams. Are you kidding me? You know, yeah, I had a crush on her, but I had a crush on her for a long ass time before we started dating. Why? Because I never gave up on it. I had that hope that maybe one day. And even when I didn't have that hope anymore, I still didn't give up on it because that's just how it goes. You don't give up on what you care about. You learn. You fail, and you try and try again.
Because once you gave up on it, like almost gave up on it, wasn't it like the next day pretty much you guys were dating?
You know, I had my doubts, and then, you know, for a night, and then, you know, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what, no. Nope. Even if all I am is just a friend, then just a friend I'll be. And, yeah, it was a week or two later that we became official, but...
I wasn't sure if you wanted to share that or not. But.
No, not really, but fuck it.
Okay,
we're about... No, you can leave it. We're about being open.
Okay.
And... You know, so it's one of those things that you gotta have what's called blind faith, right? If you're driving from New York to California, can you see California? No, you cannot.
You can't even see the next town.
You can get GPS directions, but if you're driving at night, all you can see is what the headlights show you. If you're driving during the day, you can only see up to the horizon. You can only see what's right in front of you. You can't see your destination, but you know where you're going, don't you? You know you will get to California. That's how it goes. You want to be a successful YouTuber. You know your destination. You can't see the road to get there. You can only see what's right in front of you. And I'm going to close off with saying...
That's one video at a time.
Be grateful for what you have. Think about what you have, not what you don't have. Think about what you already have. Set a goal. Push towards what you believe you're capable of. You know, push towards your dreams, because they're only dreams till you make them reality. And to close off, I'm grateful for everything that I've ever put time into. That's what I'm grateful for.
Because it taught you what you wanted to do.
No, I apologize. That was a very, very long rant. So I'm going to let Rask talk about what he is grateful for now.
All right. Okay. You know what? You know what I'm grateful for? You know what I'm grateful for? You really want to know?
I know.
First of all, what?
Do it. Tell him.
First of all, I'm thankful for God. Because without him, we wouldn't be here. Second of all, I'm thankful for my parents who raised me who I am. They may not have raised me, you know, they raised me how they knew, how they thought, you know, how they were taught to raise kids, you know. And I'm thankful for that. I grew up poor. I grew up not knowing very much. I grew up stressing about stupid shit that you shouldn't stress about, because when you stress about it, it's going to bring you more things to stress about. Naturally, when you stress about something, you easily can find a bunch of shit to be stressed about, right? Tony Robbins said, if you think about something positive, if you flip that and you think about things positive, naturally you can think about more things to be positive about. Correct?
That's how it goes.
If you flip your brain, you flip your mind, and you start thinking positive, like I'm grateful to be alive. I'm great. You can start thinking about. But if you're negative, oh my God! Now magically you can start thinking, oh, this happened. I don't want to put it out there because words are powerful. But if you start thinking like,
oh, I stubbed my toe 3 weeks ago. I'm never gonna recover. And after I stubbed my toe, I forgot about that text that didn't even matter anyway, and then all of a sudden I had to take a poop, but there was no toilet paper, and you're just gonna start piling on that list.
Exactly. Then I went to the store and some lady spilled a freaking coffee on me by accident by running into me. Oh my gosh,
my life is over.
Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily in that moment it felt like your life was over, but in all it's all life is all about what you perceive it. If you perceive it, that's basically what I'm getting at. If you perceive it to be a shitty dump hole, like nothing ever goes your way, that's exactly what you'll find. But if you look at it in a more positive light, and look at it like life's beautiful, like he was saying, you're gonna find out that, hey, that lady at the grocery store felt bad for spilling something on your shirt, so she went out and bought you a brand new shirt. Hey, that toilet paper, that we were out of, huh?
There was more in the drawer the whole time.
There was more in the drawer the whole time. And when you stubbed your toe, it stopped you from getting into a car accident because you were in such a rush. You never really know what those are, what the things that you are stressing about could be protecting you from. So basically, there's nothing in life to really be stressing over. Because your mind's a powerful thing. If you start stressing over something, I know it because I did it just this week. And it happened. You manifest it, and it happens.
When I was younger, probably about 7 years ago, me and my dad were going to drive out to my mom's, and she lived about 45, 50 minutes away at the time.
Oh.
And
okay, this wasn't the story I thought you were going to say.
No. And so we were going to drive out to my mom's, and me being me, naturally, it took me a while to get ready. And my dad's like, you ready yet? Nope. When are you going to be ready? I was like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. Anyway, so an hour and a half later.
An hour and a half.
we get in the car. We're driving over to my mom's. We get about 5 minutes up the road before, we got to take a whole detour and everything. There was a 3 or 4 car pile up, not a huge accident, but there was an accident that had happened on the road, prior to us going, past there. And if I were ready any sooner, we could have been a part of that accident. But because I took a little extra time, we weren't there when it happened. It's hard to say, whether I was ready on time or whether I was ready, half an hour sooner. I don't know when the accident took place. I don't. But I do know that we were not part of that accident because it took me a little extra time to get ready. So,
Absolutely.
Sometimes being late's a good thing. Sometimes being early is a good thing. I live by this philosophy. You will get there when you're meant to be there and not a moment sooner.
Absolutely.
True story.
I know. I did actually hear that. You did actually tell me that story.
I did?
Yeah. I remember that. It was, it's hard to remember all the shit we talk about because, yeah. we had how many hours of freaking phone calls? Can you remember everything we talked about?
Not even half of it.
I just remember the main basic potatoes and meat and balls that we talked about.
Meatballs are good. I like
Yeah.
meatballs.
My worst night ever.
No, yeah.
coming up with Stone and Rask. Them are the main two.
You know. So anyway, before we drag this out too long, stay positive. Take me up on my challenge, and I promise you'll have way better mornings than you had before. You know, he said one of the best words: perspective is everything. You know, you can look at a situation like, oh shit, I'm gonna be late, or well, you know, it sucks that I'm gonna be late, but maybe there would have been an accident or something would have happened on the way. You know, always change your perspective. Look at it from a different angle, and sometimes you realize it's not so bad.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that pretty much concludes everything that I had to share for this episode. How you feeling, Rask?
Yeah, for this episode. Basically, that's pretty much all I have to talk about.
I will say, if you guys have any life stories that you want to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want, we'll even share them in the following episode, you know, because it's worth talking about. This is a community here. It's not just two dudes drinking coffee, talking whatever they want to talk about, anything and everything, baby. It's a community. We want to hear from you guys, too, and discuss it. Because why not? You know, there's so many inspiring stories from so many people out there, and we would love to hear about it on this channel. Absolutely. In the meantime, don't forget to live with passion.
And stay positive.